girl, hey. Welcome to another episode of Hot Pink, the podcast. A very special one, might I add.
Very special.
Because we have our first guest.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, none other than the Mary Allen. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey.
Well, hold on. And I'm AJ.
I'm April.
And that's our girl, Mary. Thank you so much for joining us. And let's take a step back. We are in the Unscripted Boutique in Tower City.
As we say, Unscripted Boutique.
Ooh, so cute. That's so cute. Yes. In her fine establishment.
Yes, and I'm wearing these fine shades here. You see them? You
Come
see
on,
them?
glasses.
Okay.
Yes.
They're fire.
We have
So
plenty
cute.
of colors. Plenty of colors.
Yes.
Plenty.
And as you can see, it's a whole situation right now. So we're just gonna have some girl talk with our sis Mary, and let's get into it. First, I want for people who may not know you, I feel like we run in a lot of the same circles, so our followers, our friends probably would know you, but we plan to, Hot Pink gonna blow up. So tell us about Mary.
Let's see. So Mary is a model, a mother to a 21-year-old.
It's amazing.
Down the inside. I'm a singer-songwriter, worship leader, performer, but I sing all types of music, and I write all types of music as well. Mm-hmm. And now I am an owner of a women's boutique.
Yes.
Selling sizes small to 3X.
Yes.
So I started my business in 2020 during the pandemic. So I was doing the modeling in New York. I was working for a big bank in their corporate office. And also I was doing like wedding band stuff and singing here, praise and worship, all that. So with the pandemic, everything just shut down. So all I had was my regular job working at home.
Right.
So I started doing research, trying to figure out how do I start a business, how to do this, how to do that, how to find vendors. Like I researched everything. And it was like God led me to every single person I needed, every single information, every single thing I needed. He led me. I mean, led.
Yes.
So I ended up finding the vendors, and I ordered my first little box of maxi dresses. Now, first I was doing plus size. And my girls called me like, what about us? I said, okay. So I started buying the dresses. I sold out of the dresses like in 3 days. It was like one of them big, huge boxes. I'm like, okay. So I, set my little website or whatever, and then I ended up taking this is a long story short. Ended up taking a small salon suite in Willoughby.
That's when I started shopping with you.
Yeah, she came to what I call the pickup spot where you can also shop. Because it was a small, like 200, 150 square foot space or whatever. People come pick their stuff up, but it wasn't rolling how I needed to roll. So I asked the landlord to set me on my lease. And I came here to Tower City, had a 600 square foot space, got laid off from my regular job with the corporate people. And that was last June. And then I ended up getting this 5,000 square foot space.
Whoa.
So here we are growing and growing.
From 600 to 5.
Honey, from home.
Okay, right, yes. right.
150, 600, now 5,000.
Yes.
Right.
Come on.
And just a little surprise or whatever, I'm working on my first single. First official single. So look out for that.
It's a hot pink. You heard it here first.
Yes, a Hot Pink exclusive.
No one knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on,
And
sis.
the
so
song,
exciting.
the name of the song is called No One Knew.
Okay.
But
No one knew
you'll
about
see-
that.
No one knew.
But you'll find out we're gonna have a big, huge thing. Oh, anniversary party, June 24th.
Okay.
Here in Tower City, 3 p.m.
Yes.
Okay.
Fashion show, and we having some of our best male singers to come and serenade us.
So
Okay.
it's already on my calendar.
Brandon Landry,
Okay. Okay.
Deion Davis, Willie Mack, and who I'm missing? DeBrian Cross.
Oh,
Listen,
love him.
I can't wait.
Neither can we.
And it's
We'll
free.
be here.
And it's free. So just be sure. Buy. Purchase.
Oh, yes.
This concert should cost you about $50. Because they're going to give it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
it's called All the Queen's Men.
Okay. Okay. I think I saw that.
You did.
I think I seen somebody else sharing it.
I'm
And
in my flight. Yep, they've been sharing it. I'm making a lot
and
of
I didn't
inboxes
read the
and-
details, so I'm so glad to know that it's true because I might not have. Anyway,
Because because that matters.
It matters.
That matters.
It matters. That is so amazing. Started from the bottom, now we here. Yeah.
So let's just celebrate
Yes.
your journey. Like
Absolutely.
seriously. I mean, like I said, because I remember, the space. I didn't even know that you had like a website at home and stuff. So to see your space in Willoughby and then come here, just be so blown away and amazed. I mean, this space is so beautiful.
It's
I mean,
so
really
beautiful.
just speaks to how God will enlarge your territory.
Thank you.
Seriously. So congratulations to you.
Congratulations.
When I come in, I just be like, because sometimes I get so engulfed with entrepreneur. The shirt is on the website.
Okay.
But I get so engulfed, like on the business, it's a lot, especially when you're trying to do everything yourself.
Right.
So God has me now in this season on teams. Get your team. You have to get a team. I can't do everything myself, but I don't be wanting to ask for help or whatever. But people be like, why you didn't call me? Why you? I'm sorry. They fussing at me. I'm like, well, I'm gonna call you next time. So I'm coming out of trying to do everything myself and get, the team. But I just, when I come in here sometimes, I just be like, I said I wanted this. That's why I'm careful about the things I say.
Yes.
Because I was saying things like, well, I'll be okay with a little Cavalier. What I get? The Cavalier years ago. It was like years ago. Well, I'll be okay with, this or that, and I end up getting it. And I'm like, let me stop being okay with the
Small things.
Yeah. I said, let's go big, shall we? So shall we? So like now, when I get a car, it's sign and drive. I've had 3 brand new cars since, because I get one every 3 years, so like 2015, 14, somewhere. When I got my first brand new car, the man was showing me the car, but I wasn't enjoying the experience of him showing me, well, this is this. I'm like, let me know I might get in the car. I don't care about all this, but I didn't. And then I got my car. He gave me the keys. I'm like, what are they? My uncle was with me. I'm like, what are they doing? He's like, I think they're giving you the car. I said, they are. I'm like, what? So yeah. And I came outside my little, they started clapping, gave me a little basket. I was like, well, thank you. Then I got another new car. And then the dealer called me like, you want a new car? I was like, I got the same exact car, but a later model with different color. It was so stupid. I love my little Honda. That's my little Lexus, my little Benz.
No, period. Absolutely. I feel like you already touched on some tips that you would give to aspiring business owners. Research. So you said that you did lots of research, and then you can't do it by yourself. You got to have a team. What other tips would you?
Be consistent. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I would look at my numbers all the time, like who's liking it, who's looking. They're looking. They might not be liking it, but they see you. Absolutely. Even if you have 5 likes, you have to look past the 5 likes or the 5 views, or if you don't have that much, you have to keep being consistent, take classes. I took many business classes. I just finished one with Jumpstart. It was, they call it a cohort or something, I forgot. Yeah. But they taught us a lot with a lot of things for marketing and branding and stuff like that, whatever. But you have to be consistent. Because it's not, so I've been in business 3 years in June. You may not, it's a 50-50 chance, you may not be where someone is that started 10 years ago. But you have to be consistent. You have to believe in yourself too. And also, like your decision making, you got to be okay with your decision making, because it falls on you. So make a decision. This is what it is, and you have to learn from your. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. That's another thing. Yeah. I've made plenty of mistakes. I gave somebody some money to do something, and it has not been done. And I don't know if it's going to get done, but that's okay. It's a learning experience. Yeah. You just keep that money, because the Lord's gonna. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I feel a little something.
All right.
I feel a little something. Yeah, so.
Do you think that, like, maybe? I think asking people for help is something that I don't know if it's we as women, we as Black women, we as Black people, whoever, kind of struggle with at times. Do you think that some of your past experiences like that, having someone, well, this sounds like a paid job that you asked them to do, but like past disappointments, do you think that has anything to do with?
Would mean I want to ask for help?
Yeah.
I would want to be a bother.
Yeah.
I just don't want to bother you. I don't want to bother you, so I just don't.
Yeah.
And then another thing is you don't want to be disappointed by asking someone to help you and they don't come through. But I just don't want to bother nobody, and I be trying to do everything myself, like literally everything.
Because I literally was having this very conversation with two of my girlfriends just today as to why we don't reach out, when we need help. I think that's something for us to really explore as women, because we have to be our village for each other, our community,
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard for us for that very reason, we don't pass these appointments, or we don't want to put it on someone else, be a bother and that kind of thing too. So opening up about that, I think, is really powerful.
But something else, you have to be willing to invest in yourself as well. Everyone needs a mentor. Whatever field you're in, you need someone who is in your field, because they know what is all it. Yeah, they know. So like my mentor, Martha E., who owns Marie Boutique, I did not pay my little coins, my little funds to go to this mentorship weekend that I went to. It was 40 women. They either wanted to open a boutique, they had one, whatever. So it was like 40 of us that was there. And one of her mentees that were there, she hit her first million. Now I watched this girl grow her business. She was in business 2 years. And she got with her 6 months prior too, but see, she was following the formula to get there or whatever. And I watched Marie grow her business to where it is now. I mean, I watched this lady phone videos, or, take stuff with her phone or selling stuff out of her trunk or whatever to where she is now. But you have to be willing to invest, because it was another boutique owner. Oh, well, before I say that, so out of the 40 women that was there, we decided to start another group on the WhatsApp for us to stay in contact. So it was about 35 of us. We've been in contact since last June.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we text, we try to help each other. Like, it's nice to have what we call boutique besties, someone in your field. Another thing is, so like for me, I do classes and I teach you what I know. It's like $350 or whatever. But then there was someone that was doing theirs for $5,000. But the stuff that she was giving you, because I paid for my rebrand, and I paid about that much for my whole little rebrand. This person giving you a website, they're giving you all these different graphics, showing you how to set up your SEO, like showing you how to set up all these things. So yes, it's worth the money. Sometimes people are too cheap to pay. Because when I went, it was $800, but it was $1,200 for like the VIP thing. But I didn't need the VIP. I knew all this stuff already, but I want to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
But and then when you learn the stuff, you still have to be consistent. We give up so quickly, but you have to keep going no matter how it look in life, period. It don't matter. You have to keep going.
So tell us about that, about you staying consistent and balancing business and being a mom and, all these other things that you named off, in the beginning. Like how are you able to stay consistent?
I think I got spoiled in the beginning because I was selling like that. Right? I'm like, oh, we about to do this, whatever. And all of a sudden I wasn't selling nothing. And I wasn't getting no sales during the week. I said, what's going on? Am I supposed to be doing this, Lord? But it's also not just about the clothing or whatever, because I've had so many encounters here in this store,
Yeah.
So balancing all of that. So another thing, like in business, it's going to be a roller coaster. But I'll be talking to some of these other business owners and some that are millionaires or whatever, getting advice from them. It's good to get advice as well. What was the rest of your question? Because listen, that was my train of thought. I do, and I admit it, and I'm okay with me. I am.
Yeah. Yeah, well, no, it was just, you said that sometimes we quit so easily because life happens. So, like, pushing through those things and staying consistent with you being, having so many different roles in your life.
And just know it's going to be like that. It's not going to be roses all the time. Yeah. But when I tell you, I love coming to my store, but I was working every day and I got tired. I'm like, I don't want to come today, so I'm not. It was a Monday or whatever, and you have to keep your mental. That's another thing. But like I said, like with my store, it's not just about the clothes or selling the clothes.
Yeah.
Because when I tell you, like my little affirmation corner over there, listen. So you got these little wings and stuff or whatever, and it says believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And in the affirmation corner, you have things that say, I'm capable of doing difficult things. I'm worthy of who I am. I'm happy with who I am. So these different affirmations over there. And when I tell you that little corner over there is oily, okay?
All right.
They come over there, look in that mirror and say these words to themselves. I don't know what happens. Like people are in tears. Like, I really need to hear this. Even people that come in here, I end up having these conversations with people because I really want people to win. Amen. And I want them to know it's never too late. That I started the business at 40. I'm 43 now. I'll be 44.
Okay. 43 where?
I'm 43 where? Who got a 21-year-old? Me.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I really want people to win. So I share different tips and tricks all the time with people. People don't know. I don't always talk about who all I help, but I help a lot of people start their boutiques or giving them pointers on whatever business they had going on. Like I have these classes, but I don't mind giving stuff for free. But another thing, don't expect it for free all the time.
Yeah.
Not from me, but I mean from other people. Like I had somebody that was mad because this person was charging this month for that. First of all, she don't even know you. So what makes you think she's gonna give you free information just because?
Right.
You gotta pay. Sometimes you gotta pay, and that's okay. Yeah. My thing is, if you're going to pay to go to college, and this is my mindset on it. If you're going to pay to go to college, well, if you're okay with paying to go to college for 4 years and take these extra classes for something you're not going to use, why not take a little $5,000, which is a fraction of what you're going to pay for your 4-year degree to get this information and probably make more than somebody who has a degree.
Right.
To me, it's worth the investment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a financial advisor?
I'm going to say yes and no. Yes and no. Not really. I don't. Right now, it is just trial and error. And I'm learning.
Yeah.
I do have an accountant.
Okay.
But really it's to do my taxes. But we have not met to like really talk about the bookkeeping and stuff, because I do want to get to that point where I can use a bookkeeper, but you have to pay them as well.
Right.
So I'm like, weighing stuff because I'm a full-time entrepreneur. Right. Entrepreneur her available on the website.
On the website.
Entrepreneur. But and another thing, that's gonna be the word today.
And another thing.
Mm-hmm. So in my classes, I also teach inexpensive ways to run your business.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, for example, like our little bags, our cute little bags with our little names on it. If I wanted to get it printed, I think each bag was like $4 or $5 for each bag.
Oh, wow.
I got them bags. I got 100 bags for $60. Then I printed out my logo on a nice sticker.
There you go.
And pasted it. It looks so elegant.
It does.
It's beautiful.
It's so cute.
But you have to have somebody do your graphics, your website, all your little stuff, your pictures, your photo shoots. So I have all these things to use to put on these things, and use Canva as well. I use Canva.
Love Canva.
What else did I do that was an inexpensive way to run your business? It's just ways to do everything.
Yeah.
Like that clock on the wall cost me $20 on Amazon.
So cute.
They think that
I want
clock.
that in my house.
So y'all can't see the clock, but the clock, it's like a 3D wall clock. It is mirrored. So they have silver. I have gold. Well, I have gold and silver. Silver is at the house. And it's like, it's over here.
Already's trying to figure it out. He's like, that's nice.
So people say, oh my God, that clock. I was like, $20 Amazon.
That's me.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
the queen of...
Who the queen? We the queen.
Listen.
Don't compliment me.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you where I got it from, how much it cost.
And I'm going to make something in a minute.
Okay.
The wings, now that was expensive. People
It look
asking
expensive.
Me, they be like, how much, honey, this going to cost you?
Yeah.
It look
Well,
like
you
it,
pick
though.
and choose.
Right. What's worth.
Right. Right. What did you spend? 20, 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked about the financial advisor because I'm sure when you were speaking to like not having sales, and I'm sure that like that created some panic. Like, oh my gosh.
Well, I had a job at that time.
Oh, okay.
I had my
Amen.
regular job.
Hey man, you got something to fall back on.
Yep. I'm going to say no. It's so funny. But yeah, I have my regular job. So, and I was doing a little bit of singing here. But now it's just this.
Yeah.
So, but when I got laid off, I didn't panic at all. I was like, first of all, it was a recording. They told us to call this number at this time. Okay, for our meeting. So we was on the call. And that's how we got laid off.
What? Not a text
Working
message
from home.
breakup?
It was a recorded call.
What?
But I was like, and I was
How
on my way
rude.
to my, I was on my way to my mentorship program over the weekend. That was last June, and I was like,
So what
this is
happened in
God.
the same time?
That same week?
Wow.
Look at God.
Laid
Look
off on
at
like
God.
maybe that Tuesday, and was already had plans to go to Texas for my mentorship weekend that Friday. When I tell you, let me tell you, the Lord met us. Not only is my mentor the bomb, honey, she sang.
Oh, well.
That's what I was just about to ask you. Said the
Listen.
Lord met at the.
Honey, our brunch. Pick 'em up and put 'em down.
At the brunch?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
That's beautiful.
She
Eggs and
prayed before I
praise.
prayed. I mean, like, so even like watching her. So another thing, and another thing.
And another thing.
So it's good to watch. It's good to watch to see what someone where you want to be is doing. Cause when I would start watching her and see things, I told her at the brunch, I said, you were mentoring me before you even knew you was mentoring me. Cause I paid attention.
Right.
Yeah.
And I listened. When she did interviews, I was on them interviews. I was, let me try that. So one thing that I remember her saying that I tried, the last year before, whenever it was, the year before, she said that what she did was she spent like $100 a week on advertising on Facebook. And she said when it got real good, she would do $200 if you can afford that, you know. So I said, let me test this out. So I want to test it, and I gained so I did it for 2 weeks, and I gained like 700 followers more than what I had. And I'm like, okay, but I ain't got no sales though. And another thing,
And another thing.
instead of focusing on your numbers, all that stuff, you need to focus on, like right now I'm focusing on brand awareness.
Okay.
Oh, did y'all see my commercial?
Yes.
Oh, no, I haven't seen it.
Got a commercial.
Oh.
With Spectrum, but I'll get back to that.
Okay.
But, so, what was I saying? 'Cause I lose my
Brand
train of thought.
awareness.
Now I'm
Brand awareness. So I stopped focusing on the numbers, like I said before. So I started focusing on brand awareness, how to events in my store, because it's not about them coming to. Well, they still come spend, but I didn't charge them for the event because to me it's advertising. You're pretty much paying for advertising. I have like something to drink, maybe a little bit of food, some music. We might have Zumba here. I'm gonna have Zumba soon.
Cool.
But different events, like I have the worship nights here now once a month. So I started doing events, and it was bringing more people. Besides my commercial, besides me constantly being on live, I'm making sure I post at certain times. Something I learned in one of my classes. It's better to post in the morning, during lunchtime, and I post after 9. So I know that I said, let me go ahead and
On
try.
algorithm.
Yes, I'm learning. So I said, let me see what this gonna do. So I started posting right at 9 o'clock. So I went from 20 views in the stories to 400 to 500. So by the time I get to
At 9 in the
end of
morning
that
or
day,
9 at
9
night?
in the evening.
Okay.
But I post in the morning too. But by the time it gets to that 24 hour, I got like 400, 500 views. And it's steady going up because it's, you know, and then I see people like unscripted. You don't know my name, but unscripted. I saw, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like people being aware of the brand. Another thing, we're downtown.
Right.
So I get it. But I do plan to open up a second space. But again, have to have the funds for that and also employees to work. But I do want a second space in Cleveland. So if you know you want to invest,
Okay.
have them give me a call.
Come to
Okay,
Shaker
right.
Square. A lot of
I really want to go to Cleveland Heights. I want that old Sprint store. I want the old Sprint store on Cedar and Warrensville.
And you said that you would be careful about the things that you asked for.
Here's the thing. It's still vacant.
From your lips
I
to
done went
God's
there
ears.
twice.
Well.
Not only there, I caught myself walking around in a circle 7 times.
Okay, yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Not only that, I took a picture and put my logo on the top of it.
Not only that.
I did.
And
I
another
did.
thing.
And another thing. You have to
Amen.
speak these things that be not if they were.
Because that's really
And
the.
you have to be careful. You have to be careful of the words that you say. Like I said about that car. I would say, I'll be okay with that.
You're right.
I'll be okay with that.
Now you got big. You're speaking big things now.
Yeah. Even down to my husband.
All right.
But we ain't in a rush.
Okay.
I've been single quite some time. But during that time, that's a whole nother show.
I mean, maybe not, maybe not.
This show right here. This show right here.
What I wanted to say was the secret, the code, like, you know, is Jesus. I mean, it's no surprise that the Lord met you guys at the weekend. What was the weekend called?
It was just a mentorship weekend.
What the
Yeah.
I mean, he makes a difference. Absolutely, he does.
Indeed.
Definitely
What a great God. Yes, he is.
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
I'm talking